So how are you?
Bread of life, the cup of salvation.
God, you cough in a movie, a regular movie, you're gonna die. That character's gone.
How can I help you?
I was wondering if you would talk to my husband, Michael.
Oh, sure.
Actually, no, he used to go to work. He used to fill in at Home Depot.
Mary?
Can God forgive us? For what we've done to this world?
Who can know the mind of God?
Hey kids, you might have a few questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What does the text below me mean? Where does this chord go? Well, all these questions and more will be answered tonight on Fox. So, yeah, but basically, what we got going here is, so I'm not trying, a little disclaimer here. You may notice the text says clarification. The clarification is so that people watching my content on my family-friendly Jesus channel do not get misled by what I'm presenting here. So the characters in First Reformed are written well, quite well. In fact, they're written with flaws too. And some of these flaws, I think, are that they have a not 100% Gucci take on the Bible. And specifically, the First Reformed guy, like the main protagonist, Jesus dude, Ethan Hawke, that dude. His character, it lacks what I like to call the gospel, and but most Christians call it the gospel. I hope there's a law and gospel. The law is, have you tried getting good? And the gospel is, don't worry, I got you, bro. It's like the heavenly carry, right? So laws like the Ten Commandments, gospels like Jesus died on the cross for your sins, yay. Yeah. So if you're missing either one of those, it don't work. And if you're missing the gospel, it's really depressing. If you're missing the law, you don't got a reason to be saved. See, because like if you're saved, but you're like, why am I saved? Because there's no law, and you're like, okay. Point being, the Ethan Hawke First Reformed dude is missing a lot of the gospel in the movie. I think specifically, he's like in the question, will God forgive us? Which is why I paused the video. The answer is of course yes, but Ethan Hawke's character is struggling with this because he's like, the sin of the world was so great. Who can know the mind of God? Maybe He won't forgive us finally for this, which is a cool character moment. It's a cool struggle and everything, but it's false. That's not what the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches God forgives you for just about anything. If you bang someone outside of marriage, forgiven. Unalive someone, forgiven. Bang someone, then unalive their spouse, and bang them again to cover it up. That's what King David did. Yes, you're forgiven. Holy crap, that's insane. Wow. Okay. And then, if you think about it, so people are like, well, yeah, but that's not as big as destroying the whole world, is it? Hear me out. The first sin, which is by Adam and Eve, which is the one that introduced, all of the sin that would come afterwards, literally every other sin, was forgiven by God in the Bible, written down in text straightforward. So you can't really top that. You can't top introducing the idea of a sin into the world and then saying that some other sin that came after that is greater, because like the sin that actually made that sin possible was already forgiven. So therefore every sin is forgiven because of that. That's my logic. I think it makes sense. I'm not a pastor, but I'm cool. Yeah. So that's about it. Thank you for listening to my sermon. You're forgiven. I'll be back.
And the church organ, which unfortunately isn't working at this time.
I knew that I had been the right casting.
Did you hear the one about the choir mistress and the minister?
No.
She chased him around the church and caught him by the organ.
You are a sad, strange little man.
You need someone to take care of you.
Esther, we tried that. I'm not made for that.
For what? Love? You're not made for love?
Never before have I been so offended by something I 100% agree with.
I understand. I care about you. I want you to be happy.
Well, I am happy.
Are you sure about that?
Phenomenal strength athlete. So much power. Such ease. Strength. Conviction.
Yes?
Reverend Toller?
Yes, Mary.
You must come over.
Is Michael there?
No, he's at work. You must come over now.
Okay. I wasn't expecting you for another couple weeks.
We got a message from the boss. He said it was a top priority.
You having some kind of big event here?
Yeah, church is having its 250th anniversary.
Oh, this sounds great.
Yes. Cynthia.
3 months ago, my father got laid off. Nobody loves the Lord more than my father. Did he do something wrong?
Well, shit. You all know Reverend Toller from First Reformed? Fuck.
Well, Cynthia, there's a lot of church people who see a connection between godliness and prosperity. But that's not what Jesus teaches. That's not what Jesus lived. There's no dollar sign in his pulpit. I think, Cynthia, what your father is experiencing...
Christians shouldn't succeed. That's what he means. Christianity's for losers. Jake. I just get tired of turn the other cheek. Jesus didn't turn the other cheek. Why stand for anything?
So, this is wonderful. It's probably one of my favorite characters from this movie. The teen guy, like the guy in the white shirt with the weird JPEG on it. Because it's so wonderfully well written. And literally the next scene, Reverend Toller, Ethan Hawke character dude, right, is talking to the other dude of the megachurch, and he's like, "Dang, kids these days are so, polarized and extremist. They don't know how to, see eye to eye or some whatever." And the point this character makes is that Jesus didn't never turn the other cheek.
Jesus didn't turn the other cheek.
At first, I was just like, okay, Jesus was on a cross. Of course he turned the other cheek. But then I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Let's go back. I went to the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5, and then specifically in Matthew 5, Sermon on the Mount, is literally where Jesus is the one who introduces the historical idea of turning the other cheek. Not just like he did, he was the one who invented the principle. So this kid is just so horribly wrong, and it so beautifully fits his character of being someone who's just like really extremist, but doesn't actually know jack. See what I'm saying here? Yeah, okay, that's pretty cringe, but also pretty funny, also good writing, also hilariously wrong. So thank you, enjoy the memes.
He said, "Where were you when I laid the Earth's foundations, marked out its dimensions, laid its cornerstone?"
The Hillstown site, by the way, isn't even polluted.
Yes.
Are you in pain now?
No, I feel good.
Reverend,
Hi, Esther.
I didn't know you were coming.
Well, Joe's office called. They want to talk to him at the reconsecration program. Did they talk to you?
I'll be at First Reformed, and Stanley will be with the full choir here for the simulcast.
Nice.
The acoustics will be wonderful. I mean, really wonderful. Did you hear from Albany?
Yeah, I did.
Well, what did they say?
Nothing, just some more tests.
A gastoscopy.
And you know this how?
I called. I'm worried about you.
Leave me alone.
I just want
I know what you want, all right? And I cannot bear your concern, your constant hovering, your neediness. No, you are a constant reminder of my own personal inadequacies and failings. You want something that never was and never will be.
Don't let me do this.
Esther, pull yourself together. Okay?
You gotta take care of yourself.
I despise you. I despise what you bring out in me. Your concerns are petty. You are a stumbling block.
Makers of paper goods, fertilizer, everyday items for the household.
We should sin so God can forgive. I don't think that's what the apostle meant. I think we're supposed to look with the eyes of Jesus into every
You don't live in the real world. You don't. You are a minister at a tourist church that no one attends. Do you have any idea what it takes to do God's work? To maintain a mission of this size, the staffing, outreach, the amount of people that we touch each day. Who's that priest that you like so much?
Thomas Merton.
Thomas Merton. He didn't live in the real world either. No, he was a monk who lived in a monastery in Kentucky and wrote books.